Okay, well, I'm going to give you a little tutorial on this Blackboard testing. Let me go into Blackboard here and whoops. Okay, you had a little dead space there. Let me go into a class that I'm just it's kind of a dummy class that I'm in the middle of building right now, so there's not much in there. I can go in here and create a test. I go down to test surveys and tools, and then I'll go up here to tests, and then I'm going to build one. Actually, I've already got one started here, this practice test, which I've already created a couple of questions in. I've actually got an essay and a short answer here, as you can see. I'll show you how I create that. I create a short answer question. You don't have to put a title to the question if you don't want to. And then in here you say, you know, whatever you want a short answer to. Talk about why you like red instead of blue. Hey, I don't know anything about sociology or psychology, so anyway, in here you will choose whether you want to allow 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 rows of text for them. So we're just going to go with the default of 3. I submit that question, and then it defaults to 10 points. I had created 50 points worth of questions in the first 2, so I'm going to go down. I've been giving the short answer questions right here a value of 15 instead of the 10, so I'm going to pick that and update this question. So now you'll see the total points are 65. And then I'm going to create another essay question. So where is essay? There it is. So I've created that essay question, and discuss the meaning of life. Okay, and we're going to just go with that. I submit that. That was given 10 points, but I want to give it some more points. So let me see here. I'm going to say it's an essay, and I'm going to give it 35 points because that's what I've been doing for the essay questions on this. And I've got to update it, and we're ready to go. So now we have a complete test made called practice test. And when you're ready to deploy that, so we're good here. So I'm going to click this OK button down here in the lower right. So there it is. So now let me go up into content. Let me create a content area here. So I'm going to say practice test. There it is. And I'm going to make it available to users. I'm going to submit that. And then now I've got this practice test here, and so I'm going to click on that, and you go into assessments up here, and you click on the test, and so here you are, you select the one you've created, practice test, and you submit that particular test to this one. And this is the point you can write in some instructions. This is where you let me see here. I'm trying. Oh, yeah. Here's where you go through. You make the link available to students. Yes, you need to make that link available to students so they can see it. And an announcement, you can or cannot. You can either let your students do this multiple times or not multiple times. You can force them to complete once they start if you want to do that. You can allow them a certain amount of time. If you want to limit this to a 60-minute test, then you set the timer, or you choose whatever number of minutes you want. You have a date So let's say you wanted this to start on June the 30th. So we're going to go to June the 30th, and let's say midnight, so the start of the day, and we want it up for just a couple of days. So let's say we're going to close it Thursday at the end of the day. And if it was a proctored test, this is where you would put in a password that you would have to provide to the proctors. You can or cannot, or may not have a due date for this thing. If you put a due date in it and it has not been graded yet by the due date, then it will automatically populate to 0, I believe, in the grading for that student. So that's something you can choose, and then you submit this. And so it won't be available until after June 30th. That's what your students are going to see when they click on this. So let's go back to the home page, and then let's click on practice test, and so there it is. Since we're teachers, we can actually access the test, and we can go in and actually take it if we want to. And so there's what the test looks like. It's got some instructions up here that are kind of defaulted. Okay, question 1, how I can pose a short answer question for a test. As you can see, it's what it looks like. And when the student finishes each answer, they can save that, and they can save and submit the whole test. And I think that probably is maybe more than you wanted to see, but that's the end of this little demo. And let me see if I can figure out where to stop